Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. We're echoing because we're really far apart. It takes a long time for the sound to travel between us.
Yep.
Hello. Whoa. Whoa.
Hello. Oh, oh, oh. Do you think we can replicate singing around via Discord in person?
Yes, but only if we get the high-level conductor here to simulate the don't do the beat when I actually do the beat. I'm
delay.
demonstrating to you. Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, voice is very quiet, tiny.
Okay. Let me see what I can do about that. We are sharing a mic, and like we said, we're so far away from each other. So we're also both very far away from the mic, which is halfway between us.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it's halfway between us. And every time that we go to speak, our voices have to go all the way to the microphone and to each other for us to hear. And so every little bit further they travel,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a Zeno's paradox situation of like, it's like halfway between, but then halfway between, but then halfway between. So it can't even really ever get there.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Really makes you think.
It made Zeno think. Not me.
Okay, I have a question. It's turned so we're turned up all the way.
Okay.
I cannot, like, there's no slider to make us louder. I can apply a compressor.
We can turn up the gain on the microphone too. It's just that it might catch more fan noise.
Okay.
Let's.
But I do have the noise reduction turned on.
Okay, so then yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're cranking the dial.
Whoa.
Let us know if this sounds different. Tim says, but then all the way to us. Would it help if I moved my phone to the other side of the room? Yeah, I think you'd better do that.
Mm-hmm. Juliet says, yay. That seems like a good sign.
Well, our other solution for problem solving this is that we're currently drinking rosé and we could simply drink more rosé
and hopefully
get rowdy
get
and
louder
yeah,
as we go. A linear relationship between rosé consumed and volume.
Yeah. Emma says louder babies, and Juliet says preemptively turn down the game audio a bit. Ooh, Ruby says marginally louder, but also real bad audio quality. Uh-oh.
Huh. Well, that's disappointing.
Oh, Juliet says the audio quality is capital F. Fine.
Like, given the circumstances.
Yeah, okay.
It is very warm here, and we have a lot of fans.
We each have a fan pointed at us, but not at the microphone, hopefully.
For the most part. But I do have, like, I could try turning noise reduction off, because it's possible that, it's just, like, degrading. It's taking too much.
Ruby says it might be the fan. Emily says it's not perfect, but it's totally listenable.
Okay. I'm gonna just give you a quick sample of what it would sound like without the noise suppression. Okay, this is now no noise suppression. Probably So yeah, tell us how that is.
Yeah.
And if you would rather have it back on, um, or
Lily says, I can't hear the fan because of the sound of my own fan.
yeah, it was hard to tell in the test recording if we could hear the fans because of the fans.
I'm gonna post a picture in the Discord of the setup just to really
Mm-hmm.
show people where we are because Southern California is in a bit of a heat wave and my house does not have air conditioning. Great. We're also gonna do, just for fun, I'm gonna get a current temperature check inside the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, no difference between before and now. So
Okay. Um,
I will leave it as is.
Babies, would you like to guess the current inside the house temperature?
87.
Oh, that's pretty close. That's yeah, that's pretty close. Um Juliet says 82.5. I wish that were true. It's like 86 in here.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Um, I think that Discord is making notification noises, and I need to fix that. Notifications. Disable all notification sounds. Thank you. That is the way I like it. Okay.
Okay.
Do we have anything on the Berrycast agenda?
Well, we had talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
a possibility for the Name That Crunch. The fundamental game concept of Name That Crunch doesn't work when we are making direct eye contact from about a foot apart. So Wes had an alternate idea that is true to the spirit of Name That Crunch.
Right. So I'm going to predict what a crunch sounds like based on, you know, what the snack looks like. I will describe it to the best of my ability, and then you can all rate how accurate it was when we hear the actual crunch on a scale of 0 to 10.
Wow, zero's a possibility. Crunch Master, which crunch would you like to?
I think let's do potato chips, but then we can do a cheese stick afterward, which I think is
Really
a higher difficulty because
Giving
I've
the
never
game away.
eaten
Yeah.
a cheese stick. Yeah, I guess we could have made them guess
Yeah.
what the thing was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is like a crinkle cut kettle chip, not kettle brand. But like a sturdier chip than like a Ruffles.
Yeah, she's got some structural integrity.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna hear a pretty sharp crack, maybe like 3-ish moderate cracks kind of overlapping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like some more I don't know how to describe it. It's like that sort of like layers compressing um crinkly is not quite
Yeah.
the
I,
right word. Um
have you
but
taken into
like
account that this particular chip
is folded in half.
is folded in half
Yeah,
for maximum crunch?
I think that's going to create more more sort of layers of different crunch sounds. Um so we're gonna have like 3-ish moderate cracks and then some like a level below that interspersed and then that like really small sounds, lots of little, you know, um crispy layers compressing.
Okay. That seems like a pretty solid guess. Nat is here.
Hello, Nat. And resubscribed. Wow, thank you.
They're in the same room, chewing and sweating.
Chewing and sweating.
That's what we do.
Yep.
Okay. Should we test your hypothesis?
Yes. Get as close as to that mic as you can, though.
All right, boys, we're going in.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Nat just got here. I don't know what else we are in the same room. Leo doesn't have air conditioning, so we're sweating, and also we're doing a little crunch thing.
I got to admit, there was a bit of a splash zone on that crunch. We did get some particulate spray.
Lily said, "Wow, that crunch was so much louder than the voices." Yeah, Leo did get really close
I was
to the
following
mic
instructions.
For that. Juliet replying directly to Ruby's chewing and sweating comment, while, as they emphasized, making direct eye contact a foot away the whole time.
Yeah, Emma left for some reason. I don't know why she didn't want
3 feet between our faces.
There's no. Don't look at me like that.
Do you want to get a tape measure?
I don't, because I don't want to be humbled in my own home. But I don't think it's 3 feet.
It might be 2.5.
It might be 2. And then, much like Zeno's paradox, we're each halfway to right. And therefore no one can ever be all the way right.
More than 2.
Because it's always halfway to right in increasingly smaller increments.
100% more than 2.
This stream has been sponsored by Zeno's Paradox. Thank you. Shout out to Zeno. Shout out to Paradoxes.
Oh my god, is Emma coming in with a tape measure? There is
outside interference.
Technically, maybe one in my suitcase, but
why do you
buried? For knitting, it's a little knitting one.
Oh,
okay. Eyeball to eyeball, we're at 39 inches.
Shit.
Ha ha! Vindicated.
Well, thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. We'll see you next week. Ruby says, Emma cameo. First and last. Lily Canadian Lee says, wow, just about a meter.
Yep.
No one really knows what a foot or a meter is. Certainly not me. Lily says, I'm not Canadian, I'm a scientist.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Nat's certainly Canadian. And Charlie.
Yeah. Wherever they are.
Ruby says, do you guys remember when we used to get Biz cameos?
Aww. Yeah. Charlie, if you're out there, just know that the food channel is still named after you. Your legacy lives on.
Oh, people are hitting the squiz emote in the chat. Emma and I were at a friend's house hours ago to cat sit for them, and they have a cat who is 19.
Oh.
Should we
Yeah.
play the game?
I'm adjusting things just slightly.
Yeah, oh yeah,
spatially.
you'll have to restream to me as well.
Yes. Wait. Okay. Do you want to describe
Oh, yeah,
this?
the crunch.
Oh yeah. Also, people didn't rate my
People didn't rate.
description.
Yeah.
Please rate my crunch prediction. And then
Wesley needs a grade or he's going to be ill.
this is a Trader Joe's cheese stick. Leo, you've eaten these before.
I have.
What's your prediction of what this crunch is going to sound like?
This is a crunch that is not going to be one big crunch with underlayers like the potato chip. This is going to be many
Cascade of crunches.
Exactly. People's uprising of the small crunches. Maybe there will be like one particularly shatteringly crisp bit because of the little baked cheese streaks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be more of a chorus than a solo.
Do you think I can throw the game by the way I bite into this?
Oh. If you like gum it.
Or just like, I don't know, if I'm like really fucking decisive.
Yeah. You could, human interference is like I feel like that's something we haven't really considered on it. Name that crunch. It's a dangerous door to open.
Yeah. Emma says, rating, good job, Wes, out of 10. Emily says, great guess, out of 10.
We got him, boys.
Well, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna get a little closer to the mic, but not quite as close as you got. And I feel like I don't want to get crumbs all over the laptop keyboard. So
you could. It would be very funny because it's Emma's laptop.
That's why I don't want to do that. If it was your laptop.
Wow.
Emma came through for me with the measuring tape.
Yeah.
So
I think you should get crumbs on her laptop.
Here we go.
You could really hear the layers on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one had sedimentary history in the way that the Earth's crust does.
Yeah. I feel like there was some distinction between the like
crispy cheese.
Well, the getting through the outside versus the inside layers and then the other outside,
Yeah.
A little crunch sandwich.
Yeah. Did at any point you feel like you were halfway through and then with more progress, again, halfway through what was remaining and then halfway through what was remaining?
I can't think that fast, so no.
Okay. Emma says, it's me employer's laptop, so get crumbs on it.
It's me employer's laptop.
Ruby says, pirate Emma moment.
Okay, Leo, what's your own rating of how good your prediction is? And then we'll compare it to the viewers, like an annual employee review.
I think I'm hitting all of my performance benchmarks. I think I'm showing up early. I think I'm really embracing the company culture. I signed up to be on the building management committee, so I'm like helping to plan the quarterly potlucks. which shows a lot of initiative and
Okay.
personal investment on
Yeah,
my part.
Give me numbers though, Leo.
What's higher than 10 out of 10?
Not you.
Wow. Lily says, I've never been to Trader Joe's or encountered one of these cheese sticks, so the whole time I was really thinking this would be like a string cheese sort of situation and was wondering how it would crunch. They're little laminated dough and cheese twists.
Yeah, that are like baked to fully dry, crunchy, texture.
Oh yeah, Nat would approve. These are very dry.
Mm-hmm. They are full of gluten, which Nat cannot consume.
I'm merely speaking to the dryness.
I'm on thin ice.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Ruby says, imagine if we did name that Squelch instead. That is so much more upsetting to consider than the name that Crunch. Name that Splort. Name that Plop. Name that... Yeah, I do think Squelch actually is the most upsetting variant there.
Yeah.
That says, I love gluten, give it to me. Who cares about my intestines? I
am mildly disappointed by these.
Again, they were so much better when they were Asiago.
Yeah.
The texture is perfect. I just think the flavor profile of them being Asiago is better than the cheddar.
Yeah.
Because the Asiago is a little sharper.
Yeah. They're like not quite flavorful enough or flavorful in the right way, but they are very mildly spicy. Like,
I think there's black pepper in there.
Yeah, which hurts my tongue. And I don't notice it at first. It's just like the remaining feeling on my tongue is like low-level pain. And that is a thing that I will tolerate if the flavor is like really incredible.
Yeah.
But the pepper discomfort is outweighing the flavor pleasure.
That is so fascinating. Actually, you know what? Credit where credit is due. In the ingredients, cayenne pepper.
There we go.
Okay. Because we got chicken from an Armenian chicken place that comes with very good little pickle situation. It's like little pickled root vegetable of some kind. It's not a beet, but it's, I don't know, a tuber of some variety. And peppers. And Wes said the pickles were too spicy.
Yeah. I was hoping that if I didn't eat the peppers themselves, the other pickles would be okay. They were not.
Yeah. Damn. It's one thing to like know from afar the way that our senses differentiate, but when we visit, it really is underscored of like we encounter the world differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like same experience, same time.
Same 1 foot and or 3 feet. Juliet says, alas for spicy pickles. And then in parentheses, all pickles? Are you interpreting the vinegar there as spicy, Juliet? What's happening there? What's going on?
Yeah, are pickles just too intensely flavored for you?
Which is different than spicy. Emily says, Nat, a horse's intestines are like over 100 feet long. You have to take care of them. Yeah, Nat, we've actually been meaning to talk to you. We love you, but we can't walk you around all night when you colic anymore. And so, That means I have 100 extra feet to destroy before I have problems.
Wait, okay. 100 extra feet implies,
Nat currently has 0.
well, no, it implies that Nat has both human intestines and horse intestines. And maybe the real answer all along has been that Nat is a centaur. So when Nat is like, I'm not a horse, I'm a person,
Yeah. That makes sense.
she is half right.
She's half right. Again, halfway thank you. Shout out to the show sponsors, Cito's Paradox. Really appreciate the sponsorship, guys.
Wow, Juliet says, I love cucumber and I love vinegar, but for some reason I just have never had a pickle I could swallow.
Oh, you're supposed to chew them first.
Pickled peaches, and they are so hard to eat.
That sounds bad. You know what? The situation I could see there is if it's an unripe peach, kind of like a green tomato.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Francis made these pickled green tomatoes one time that were like so intense,
Yeah,
but also delicious.
See, but that's the situation that's exactly what I go to a pickle for. Like the little pickled peppers at this place are so spicy. They're intense, but that's why I like them. Yeah, wait, hold on. Emma brings up a great fucking point. Wait, if you're a centaur, why are you still using the hooves to type?
Well, okay, Nat was gaming at the same time.
Oh,
as
the
watching.
hands, yes, the hands
hands
were
are gaming.
occupied.
The hooves are typing.
That has like the cadence of like one of those
a bumper sticker.
Yeah, like sassy office decor.
The hands are typing. The
hooves.
No, the hands,
are
gaming.
gaming. The hooves are typing.
The hooves are typing.
Well. Now I think we should play Roottreenania. Also,
okay.
none of you guys corrected us for the previous 2 weeks.
Yeah, it has been Roottreenania. Today was not new.
I was gaming with the hooves and typing with the hands. I'm just bad at typing.
Yeah.
Emily says, I didn't notice until today.
Yeah, our little going live before the stream title was changed and then killing the stream and then going live again perhaps drew attention to it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because people thought I was correcting that and not the incorrect, because I hadn't updated the part title.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Nat says, it's also no longer the Root Detectives. Yes, that is because I am on a different computer with Leo's OBS setup, and mine is the one that we had changed to the Root Detectives.
Well, we better dive into the Roottreenania. Because it's 4:45.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, we've been spitballing about a variety of subjects.
Okay. Let's see. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that.
You will have to stream it to me again.
Gonna stream it to Leo again.
Nice.
Okay. Nat said, you had to take 10 minutes out of the stream to debate whether and how great of a percentage I am a horse, which I'm not. You did just say the words, I am a horse. Just pointing it out.
This is a facts and evidence-based stream when it suits us, Nat. It's hard to argue with that.
Okay. Okay. This is, I think, where the game volume is comfortable for me. But I can adjust it within OBS if it is too loud or quiet for our viewers. I guess I should look at Twitch on my phone.
Maybe Nat's confusion is coming from the fact that Nat dutifully subscribes month after month. Happy 42 months. And Nat thinks they're subscribing to the Twitch channel, and they're actually subscribing to the very specific sub-tier of pay us to bully you about something specific.
That would be fun to have. Okay. No one has said anything about the audio so far, so I'm going to proceed, but let me know if you need me to make an adjustment.
Nat says, I knew I must have selected the wrong tier. Roottreenania.
I treat Nat's subscription like a little joint savings account for us. Because
we're gonna retire rich, baby.
it's just piling up in there somewhere.
No, it's piling up because we get about 2 Twitch payouts a year. It takes us about half a year to meet the minimum.
The minimum for a payout.
Nat is paying a friendship subscription fee on fucking Klarna, where it divides it into like $2 monthly payments.
Wow. Ruby said audio's doing a lot better. Fascinating. It must be the rosé. Okay. There we go. Emma's message got flagged.
I already approved it.
Yeah.
How great.
Yeah. ...
I am a horse. Twitch user Nat. Twitch user Natter. And then
E.
Y. MF said Natter. Oh boy. Do we need more rosé before we start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Great.
It's in the door of the fridge. Maybe offer Emma some also because her little goblin goblet was smaller than ours. Okay, quick. What should we do while Leo's gone? They can still hear me. But they're busy, so they can't do anything about it. Should we open the confidential folder? Oh no, they're coming back with a knife!
What do you have? A knife!
No!
I'm not gonna pour this over the computer.
Thank you. Juliet, very smart. Oh, it's not over the computer. It's next to and mostly below the computer. It is pretty impressive how much we've managed to fit on this table.
Yeah. I think as intended.
Yeah.
2 computers, several beverages, mini crunchies, a microphone balanced on an upside down piece of my pottery.
Mouse, keyboard, phone.
Juliet says, if I say any
fans.
more, Leo will read it when back. Very suspicious.
Oh, and it says, okay, but if y'all mess up my laptop, maybe they'll give me one of the new ones, which are smaller and nicer.
Ooh.
Well, we'll see if I accidentally drop it.
Where are we?
Let's look at the notebook.
Yeah.
So, we learned, we learned things about New Edison Records and Sterling Edison, who was married to Mary Beth Clementine, who adopted one child and then adopted a second child, allegedly left on her doorstep in a basket, that we highly suspect was the result of an affair with O.G. Miracle.
OJ Miracle.
We learned about Crocodile Clementine, who is that second son who punched a principal at a graduation ceremony. We have been trying to track down more information, recordings, album covers, etc. of any of Mary Beth Clementine's songs. The 3 that we have named are The Old Rugged Cross, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, and His Eye is on the Sparrow.
I do think that we found what we needed to from finding the one under her maiden name.
Yes, that is possible. That is possible. I think... Yeah, somewhere we need to find Crocodile's spouse's name. But yeah, we have her original last name, which was the big thing we were missing. And we plugged in this photo for Sterling after these names were all confirmed.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking about it previously. Okay, so I think our next step is to dig into the company files.
Mm-hmm.
And see where that takes us.
Yeah, because we had kind of hit a dead end with Crocodile Clementine.
Yeah.
Despite knowing that he has a daughter at whose high school graduation he punched a principal, we were not finding more on those parties involved. So yeah, I'm pro. Oh, interestingly, we did not get look at this first of Guy's affairs. She did not get locked in when we did the rest of those notable relatives.
That's because we don't have a last name.
Okay.
Yeah. Her spouse did, which I think means that we are correct about Joanna being there. We just have not
Found her
uncovered
last name.
her
Okay.
last name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, hopefully the company files really take us into the Guy Hudson things, but because they start, I guess 1975 is the earliest, 70s and up to 84. So that's not going to cover anything about that original that first, yeah. But all of the Guy Hudson infidelity era, should be covered in the files. Okay. You were given some partial staff records to cross-reference by Sam Madsen. These records are based on old tax mailing information. Okay, we're going to get Joanna's last name from this very easily, I think. I hope. Knock on wood. And only detail the employees that worked directly for Roottree or in their corporate office. The many laborers on their farms and in their factories are not listed. You're not sure how helpful it will be, except for cross-referencing Guy secretaries and visits overseas. Spider searching people just because they are listed in these books will likely be very time-consuming and a waste of your time.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see. So we've got President Zach Morden, Special Management Ernest Madsen Jr., Office Staff Edward Roottree, Lloyd Carpenter, Carl Monroe, Elizabeth Cravensworth, Product Management Eli C. Roottree, Is that him? Is that EC? Egg cream?
No, because that's Edward Clancy. Eli C. is...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. A later.
We originally thought that Eli C. was EC, but no.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Fred Cross, Albert Cross, Douglas Rosenberg, Juliet McCullen, Joanna Robertson, Doris Mays, Beth Knox. Those are the secretaries. Farm and Manufacturing, Samantha Madsen, John Miller.
John Miller. We never knew.
We did know.
Well, when it was revealed.
Yes.
But we
and
just
I
had.
think in the beginning of this game, it has already talked about that.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Farrow, Thomas Green, Fred Gleason, Stuart Todd, Sam Harmon, Robert Logan, Michael Crane, Jack Keatings. Major expenses, none. Interesting that John Miller is in here, but Edward Clancy, unless it's this Edward Roottree.
Right, because it's Edward Clancy, so that makes sense. I don't think we know of another Edward Roottree. Ruby says, donating blood to the Fred Cross.
What if Fred Cross is a vampire? And he finds victims partly by cold calling, like the Red Cross begging you to give them your blood. I mean, they don't cold call, but once you donate once, they sure call you a lot.
Give me the blood.
He's like, I'm Red Cross.
Yeah.
I need your blood.
I need it.
I mean,
I'm outside.
I mean, we need your blood. Please.
I'm going to stop the screen share because it is getting stuck. So I will just watch it on the stream. And you might have to wait a second or two. I've been closing it and reopening it this entire time. It is running slower and slower and then gets stuck on a static screen, and I'm watching on here, it goes somewhere else.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes. Well, okay.
But I think just watching the stream will be a workaround. It's just that you might have to wait
Okay.
a couple of seconds for something to load for me
I
to read or
can,
to look at.
like, at least
Close it and
close it and restart it and see if
cooperates.
that helps at all.
Yeah.
And actually, stream quality, I'm gonna lower the settings.
Ruby says, Leo, one of us now. A real comeuppance.
Okay. Oh, that's it?
Well, that's just the first page.
Right. I forgot how to get to the next page.
We
Those
are on the second
arrows.
glass of
Okay.
rosé.
There we go. Okay. In 1977, it was announced that Zach would be retiring and Guy would be taking over at the start of 1978. They held a retirement party in November before spending the final month working on the transition. During 1976 and 1977, the following changes took place. 1977, Guy Hudson has replaced Ernest Matson Jr. as special management. 1977, Patrick Decker was hired as office staff. 1976,
Ooh.
Eli C. Roottree is no longer employed by Roottree, and Ernest Matson Jr. is now listed on the project.
Eli C. is the mechanic, right? Or is that Eli M?
Are you... Yes, that's Eli M.
Okay.
Eli C. is this guy. Adman.
Right, okay.
Son of Clancy Edward.
Right, okay.
Because he looks just like his daddy.
Yeah.
And father of Jim Roottree of Jim and Diamond, etc.
Yeah, okay.
This is E.C. Edward Clancy with husband John.
Yeah, I'm closing the it's just
Bad.
not
Okay.
working for whatever reason.
It's like, I can tell that your computers are close together. This is unnecessary. Stop.
Yeah.
We also... We could, if we put the mic on this side of the laptop, I'll scoot it over. You could sit here.
Yeah,
And
let's...
we could do that.
Let's see if...
See how
Yeah.
it goes like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Eli C stops working.
Yes. I am gonna put all of this in our dates page.
Yep.
Here's
Oh my gosh. How much is I'm seeing this major expense.
Yeah,
$50,000
We'll get there.
bonus but $50,000 in 1976.
That's big money.
Yeah.
Christine Farrow was hired in 1976. Joanna Robertson is no longer listed amongst the secretaries, but a Joanna Fellows has been added to the list.
Uh-huh.
Joanna Fellows and Beth Knox are no longer employed by Roottree the following year. Christine Farrow is no longer listed among the secretaries, but a Christine Garland has been hired. So, yeah, Joanna got married to a Fellows. Christine presumably got married to a Garland.
How much do you think... I just looked at the inflation calculator. How much is that $50,000 bonus in 1976 worth today?
2 million. I have like no concept of inflation.
300,000.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. A normal amount to pay someone a bonus for sure.
Mm-hmm. 1976, John Miller is no longer employed by Roottree. Gwyneth Madsen is hired. Beth Knox, 50-year work anniversary bonus.
Emma says, wow, distinctly heard Goose's auto feeder.
And then Zach Morton retirement party. So we think that this was a payoff.
I don't know. It's like
Potentially.
Potentially, that's like a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. But also
50 years.
Right, which doesn't, it's not like she's a young woman being paid off at
To like cover a scandal.
of,
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
yeah, I just think we should have her
But-
name in the back of our minds
Yes.
for
definitely. Okay. Would you like to do some reading?
yes. In 1978, Guy Hudson took over. This began a particularly volatile period in the company's staffing. Many travel expenses were listed, and Guy began trying to develop new 5-piece flavors. The following changes were recorded. 1978, Guy Hudson replaces Zachariah Morden in the office staff. 1979, Edward Roottree, Elizabeth Cravensworth, and Lloyd Carpenter are no longer employed by Roottree. There's an Elizabeth mentioned in something from Roottreenania.
From original Roottree, you mean?
From the last 2 sessions, it's like someone says, oh, Elizabeth said XYZ. There's like a rumor in association with Elizabeth,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember
Yeah,
that.
we'll have to go
yeah,
look at
we can
that.
look into that.
In 1979, Raffertoons is now listed as office staff. Product management, 1979, Albert Cross and the Red Cross are no longer employed by Roottree. Secretaries, 1978, Christine Garland is no longer working for Roottree. 1978, Beatrice Watts and Corinne Schwartz were hired.
Hold on just a second. Ruby says, gang, I'm feeling very tired and brainless. If I'm knitting something in the round and I have 136 stitches and need to increase by 20 to 156, distributed evenly, how many stitches do I knit before each increase? I think that... Okay, great. Lily... Wait, is Lily just responding to something we said, or is that the actual answer for Ruby?
No, I think Lily is saying 6 to 7 because it doesn't break evenly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 6.8 is what they got. So, yes, exactly. 7 most of the time, and just throw in a couple 6s and see where you're at the end. Okay.
We're under secretaries. Juliet McCullen and Doris Mays are no longer employed by Roottree. Lisa Lewis and Valerie Ewing were hired.
Okay. Do you think it is useful to continue reading all of this out loud? Or do we want to just like skim for names we know and, cross-reference things as needed?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can skim for names we know. Oh, because there's also Elizabeth Farrow. We
Yes.
should, before we go to the next year, I want to look through our notes and see if we can find the Elizabeth thing to know what we should be on the lookout for. Because it's like, oh, Elizabeth, not the same as
Look,
this other Elizabeth.
one of Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter whom Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. Oh, right, this one. According to Elizabeth, a caterer from a local restaurant called Antonelli's met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to a pregnancy. Elizabeth wasn't aware that the party was for swingers. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners.
Okay, so we have Elizabeth Cravenfield and Elizabeth Farrow.
Yes, and this is Elizabeth Farrow is under farm and manufacturing.
Yeah.
So seems like her daughter is very possibly one of Guy's affair partners.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Cravensworth might be totally unrelated though. Might. We'll see.
Yeah, I thought there was another line that was like, because there was Artie and Elizabeth in something, and they were like, "Oh, not the same Elizabeth as blah blah blah." But unfortunately, I don't remember.
Oh, yes, this. Sam also says her son Ernie once asked her who's Beth because he overheard them, as in Elias and Gwyneth, yelling about someone with that name. As far as Sam knows, Elias once had a secretary named Elizabeth, a different Elizabeth than the supervisor from the farm, but she never met her.
Okay.
Um,
So should we make a note like Elizabeth Cravensworth,
possibly
secretary,
yeah.
Elizabeth Farrow, farm worker.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we had that first affair as well, which is significantly earlier.
Was the mother of girl who had affair with Guy and eloped with waiter from Antonelli's.
Okay.
Okay. Raffertunes, now listed as office staff in 79.
Yeah.
Albert and Fred, no longer employed. We saw their names earlier. And then Elizabeth Farrow, no longer employed as of 78. Sam Cattrall was hired.
Ooh. Special
Susan
services.
Ford was hired under a special category that only existed for 1 year. Okay, residential office refurbishment, 52,000. 5 pieces flavored development caviar, 10,000 a month. Edward Roottree retirement party, only 7,500, as opposed to the 20,000 retirement party.
Well, Edward Roottree wasn't president.
Yes. Okay. Still, like, same cost as the Christmas tree bash and New Year's Eve ball.
Yeah.
Each of which were less than half the cost of that previous retirement party. Travel expenses: Australia, China, France, and Brazil, 190,000. More 5 pieces flavor development, butterscotch, caviar, 4th of July spectacular, New Year's Eve ball.
Man. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Okay. The volatility continued. Many new employees didn't tend to stick around very long. Susan Ford moved to office staff. Douglas left. Edward hired. Edward left. Corinne and Beatrice left. Fired left. Fired left. Emily Seinfeld became Emily Barnes. Gwyneth Madsen became Gwyneth Cattrall. Susan Ford, yeah, no longer works in that department. Strawberry flavor development. Do you know
Ooh.
what this word is?
No. Yeah, let's Spader search that.
More parties. More flavor development, more parties. Grandorf Dove donation.
Yeah.
250,000.
Oh my God. Yeah. Emma says, I'm starting to think this guy Hudson wasn't a very good president.
He died in May of 1982. The first few months of that year continued along the same pattern as they had been. Things quickly changed when Ernie took over. Most of the extraneous expenses ended. All of the secretaries, most handpicked by Guy Hudson, were let go. Sam Matson left Roottree in 1984, so this is the last set of books you have access to. Carl joins the special management. Susan Ford no longer employed. Change. Interesting. Douglas Rosenberg rehired.
Oh, no
Oh.
secretaries.
Yeah, from here on out, no secretaries are directly employed by Roottree. Roottree instead uses a temp agency called Worktime Temp.
We should Spider search that.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Right. I don't know where this note went.
No, it did appear, but I'm not sure what tab that was under. Huh.
That's so weird.
Can you just remake it?
Well, I don't know, because oh, it's up here.
Why would it do that?
I don't know, but that at least gives me a place to delete it from. There we go. Okay.
Also, did you see there's a bunch of notes in the welcome that we did not see?
Yes, I have seen them now. I think we know all of these things.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 pieces flavor development: sugar plum, strawberry, this flavor, butterscotch, caviar, canceled after 5 months for all of them.
Well, but do you see that sugar plum costs twice as much a month as all the other flavors?
Yeah, 20,000 a month. Fred Gleason, 50-year work anniversary bonus, 50,000. That's at least
It's consistent.
consistent. Root clothing reimbursement.
$1 million.
Root Tree, $1 million.
Well, remember there was something like when they founded Root, they took it to the family, and the family was like, "We don't fuck with anything that isn't candy." And then Root was popular and made money, and then the family invested. Like we learned that very early on.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is probably
Mhm.
that investment, although it's odd to call it a reimbursement.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unclear.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all of that stuff. I just want to go over kind of the things that we still have intuition scores on, like just to refresh our memory. So Sam Matson's book, 6 pieces, which has the stuff about Secretary Elizabeth,
Yeah.
the rumor that Guy bribed at least one politician to open a factory in Brazil, the other Elizabeth's daughter, yeah, lots of Guy scandals, various, like, oh, have we looked? Yeah, we did. We know this.
Emily says, "I'm back from a phone call. Did I miss any good revelations?" And Ruby says, "Absolutely not. Welcome back."
Yeah. Not really. Okay. Yeah, this is mostly just a summary of things from the first game, but apparently there are places those things can lead us still. Okay, one thing from all those company records. Oh, no, one thing from that.
Yeah,
it is
this
by page.
specific
Okay.
page, yeah.
Which I think is Joanna Robertson's last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things.
Oh,
there.
that's also Beth as well. Actually, Beth Knox.
Oh. Yeah.
We assumed it was
Elizabeth.
because she assumed it was Elizabeth.
Yeah, or didn't,
Beth Knox is the one who gets that first, or not first, but gets that 50-year work anniversary.
Yes, which would mean that she was around
back in the day. Ooh, I'm kind of thinking that maybe Beth Knox is
Okay. We've got a couple more here. 3 more there. One there. One. There.
Would love to do the 2 things we have never
Yeah.
heard before from the files, which is Shigua and Gandorf Dove.
Yes. Let's fill in.
Oh, Joanna's last name. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, which is Robertson.
Yes.
I believe. Okay. We are looking for additional photos of. Oh, wait. Didn't. Oh, that is the photo of Guy that.
At the picnic.
This.
Yeah.
Yes. That photo. Man, 5 of them. Okay, and then this is
We're thinking.
maybe Beth Knox. Secretary. Okay. Okay. The Chinese word for watermelon.
Okay. Why would they use the Chinese word, and why did it cost so much more than...
No, that was not the one that cost more. Sugar plum.
Sugar plum was the one that cost more, you're right.
It is 5 pieces. One.
It's 5 pieces, 1 word.
Yeah. Okay. This is the same as it used to be. And we did look at this book.
Yeah, that's where we
Okay.
found the old egg cream flavor.
Yes. I remember. And we did look up, we also looked up volume 1.
We looked for volume 3, and it was not.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Where were Guy's business expenses to? It was Brazil and France and China.
China and there was one other country.
I thought it was...
It was a list of 4.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
I'm pretty sure.
Australia, China, France, Brazil.
Wait, yeah. Did you see that, or did someone?
No. You scrolled past it.
Oh.
It's at the end of major expenses.
In the previous page. Yes. Australia, China, France, Brazil. Yeah. I know it said, like, don't search all the names.
But
Are there any names that seem like we should search them, like Beth Knox? No.
yeah, I also want to do the Gandorf Dove donation.
Oh, yeah. Grandorf.
Grandorf.
You just saw Fellowship of the Ring last night and are thinking of Gandalf.
No, I was thinking of Ganondorf.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Grandorf. The Grandorf School for the Deaf.
Oh.
Remember the special interpreter for a year?
Yeah.
Formerly Grandorf Dove is located about an hour from where the Roottree offices used to be in Butler County, but it serves much of that part of Pennsylvania and nearby Ohio. According to their website, it was formerly named Grandorf Dove from 1923 to 1990 because Grandorf was the last name of the founder, and Dove, is the Danish word for deaf. The founder had issues with government translators, leading to an odd transcription issue. In 1990, it was renamed to better represent the school's purpose and to correct the embarrassing lack of effort and awareness demonstrated by the government officials in those early days. Staff is listed on the website. You scan through all of the biographies and find that the principal, Ms. Ford, is fluent in 5 languages, including ASL. She's been working at the school for over 15 years. Ms. Ford's bio also mentions she's not deaf herself, but rather learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. It mentions that she was responsible for securing funding for the Hudson Wing.
Oh, I'm sure she secured funding for the Hudson Wing, if you know what I mean.
Interesting. Okay.
I would love to make a note of like things to search. I think we need to search both the Grandorf School for the Deaf and Grandorf Dove in the Butler County Times. Yeah.
Okay.
Juliet says Ohio mentioned.
Okay, so what year? This year. Susan Ford. Oh, she was there. 1979 to 1980 is when she became office staff, and then I think it was the following year, yes, 82, so up to 2 years later, she was no longer employed.
And the donation was in 81. Right?
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot that we had a date for that donation. So year-wise, we're probably looking at last or second to last affair.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we have any way of knowing which.
Yeah, because he died in 82.
Well, yes. And his first affair was in 75. So, you know, assuming that they were at all evenly spaced out.
Yeah. Between 6 and 7.
We're looking somewhere there.
Well, and she said that she's worked at the school for 15 years. And that's currently, which is presumably 1999. for over 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, that all hangs together.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's BCT Grandorf School for the Deaf and Grandorf Dove and see
Okay.
if we get anything there.
Partner, I almost want to say victim.
Yeah. I mean, listen, she secured funding for the
Yes,
Hudson
but
Wing.
was it like, you know, like he was pressuring her to take a payoff or to keep quiet or whatever, and she then leveraged that to make the best of
yeah, it's
him
really
exploiting her, you know.
I think it's unclear at this point just because we have not very much of like the firsthand accounts of like, is it like he's just a, you know, a sloppy guy with many affairs and he likes to give people money, or is it like hush money?
Yes, and like, you know, taking
Yeah.
advantage of vulnerable young women in coercive ways. Sorry, I'm crinkling. We went to an Italian deli place. Yeah, sorry, Juliet. To get various antipasti. Good old antipasti.
Love her. What a character.
You know what I think about regularly? There was a Clapcast where they were the table friends were talking about Olive Garden and the pasta pass,
mm-hmm.
and someone made the observation, possibly Jack, that for Jack, well, that for the Americans it was pasta pass, and for Jack it was pasta pass.
That's fucked up.
And I think about that regularly. I don't know. It just lives up there.
Emma and I have been watching the Cool Summer streams. And Jack on a recent one was telling an anecdote about like the British history of urban legends about like wild animals, dangerous wild animals having escaped. For instance, cougars, or as Jack says, pumas. And every time I was like, it's so wrong. It feels so wrong. Pumas. Mm-hmm. Pumas.
I just think the pew sound is very strongly associated with one thing, and it's not mountain lions.
It's not mountain lions. Juliet says, Puma with that liquid U comes up on Taskmaster more often than I'd expect, and it's always wild. Every time you think that the British accent can't jump scare you anymore, Puma is there, stalking you through the forest.
I feel like I have watched so much British television, and I am still surprised sometimes by words I didn't realize they pronounced that way. I have started watching some Taskmaster recently.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I really like... Taskmaster is a great example of the nebulous, but also extremely firm line of, like, what reality television is bearable to me. Like, I love Taskmaster. Even though it is competition-based and people are embarrassing themselves in a way that, like, even the Great British Bake Off is, like, kind of uncomfortable for me to watch. And, like, I just don't experience that with Taskmaster. I don't know why.
They're so... I think some of it is the transparency.
Mhm.
They are so upfront about the embarrassment, right? Like about the absurd asks they are doing, whereas on Great British Baking Show, they give these parameters that sound like a little challenging, but like they are not saying like we are setting all of these people up for failure.
Right. Like Taskmaster, Great British Bake Off is about baking, within these parameters, but still
Mhm.
baking well, like
Yes.
executing your craft.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with Taskmaster, but the craft there
Is
is
failing
being a jester.
comedically.
Right, is being
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
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 Emily says, MF said Biddish. I assume that was me on the Great British Bake Off.
I assume so also, but my enunciation gets so much worse when I'm drinking. Like I, swap letters and fumble things a lot more. So who knows?
You merely adapted it. I was born into it. Wes, Juliet says, also, did you know that the UK folk pronounce lasso differently as lasso? I did know that one. Yeah, Emily says, yeah, it was you, bro. I know.
Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that reprise of Berrycast. Can I have one of those chips?
Let's. I would love to BCT this.
Yeah.
Nat says lasso is just the right way to say it.
I wouldn't mind lasso.
Mm.
Like you're lassoing. Like you send the lasso sailing.
I really
But it
wish you
makes an
guys
O.
could see the hand gestures that are accompanying this.
The lasso,
Uh-huh.
it makes an O.
So true, bestie.
That's the sound.
Really makes you think.
That
Really
should
makes you think.
carry on.
Mm-hmm.
These chips are spicy.
Wesley, we can't keep doing this, Wesley. I do think they have black pepper.
They absolutely
They have mustard powder. They have citric acid. They have mustard powder and they have citric acid. There's a bunch of things, but there's not like a... Oh, Emma says there are some mouth sounds happening. Sorry. Oh, Emma says if there's going to be this much eating, can we get the noise suppression back on? My bad. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, you're used to having the protection of Discord.
I am.
Wow. Okay. Well. Hold on, everyone. Okay, let me know if that actually made a difference. I'm gonna continue crunching this chip so that you have data.
Ooh, tomato powder. Presumably for that barbecue saucy.
Mm-hmm.
I want tomato powder. Ruby says, really powders my tomato.
Did Emma say there are some mouth sounds happening like before? Okay.
Yeah. Tango if it's still mouth soundy. Juliet says eating sounds are perfect level now.
Okay.
plausibly present but largely absent.
Okay. Okay. Back to the game.
Grandorf Dove was a school for the deaf near Butler and was regularly listed in articles with other local schools. The Butler County Times archives includes what seems an endless list of snow cancellations, extracurricular activities, and weekend events that began over 70 years ago and stretched until the last mention in 1990, which is when it was renamed. Amongst the avalanche of useless information, you almost miraculously discover one useful article. Grandorf was at the center of a crime article from 1982. It seems that someone defaced the school and vehicles outside the brand new Hudson wing of the school. There were multiple broken windows, and one of the teacher's cars was painted with profanities and accusations of infidelity.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, more. A few weeks later, a follow-up article provides more details. There was one arrest, Thomas Hughes, who was coincidentally a former student at the school. Apparently, the destruction came weeks after he married the school's newest teacher, Mrs. Hughes. She was not a teacher when he went. He graduated a few years earlier. According to the reporter's investigation into the police reports, trial, and restraining orders, Mr. Hughes was convinced that he was not the father of Mrs. Hughes' current pregnancy. He was released on bail, and the school has agreed not to press criminal charges after an agreement was made to pay for the damages and for the couple to begin the divorce proceedings. It seems Thomas Hughes, Mrs. Hughes, and the Hudson Ring have all avoided further appearances in the Butler County Times.
So that seems like maybe Mrs. Hughes is the very last. Because obviously, like any cheating in this timeline has to be Guy. Anyone in association with Butler County.
Yeah.
Interesting, though, because that is talking about a single pregnancy. And this last one has 2 kids. It could be twins, but it didn't sound like they were talking about like the second child in an established marriage, because they had not been married very long.
Both of these couples did split up, so that doesn't rule either of them out.
But at that point, the Hudson Wing is already established, so I do think that rules out Mrs. Ford from being the last one. Assuming that our ne'er-do-well here is Guy. Which kind of makes it sound like this... Yeah. Well, hold on. But that's still the problem of then 2 kids in this one, which is afterwards.
Yes. I know. I'm still gonna put it in. Interesting. No teacher as an option. It's okay. Is it possible that Susan Ford is Mrs. Hughes and then when they got divorced went back to
Mrs. Ford. Went back to Ford.
Ford?
Possible. Was in the school website, was she Miss Ford or Mrs. Ford?
I don't think it specified.
Okay.
But Ms. Ford.
Okay. Okay. That is possible. The brand new Hudson Wing. So it's like the Hudson Wing is completed, and then that timeline wise could hang together.
Yeah, but it does, I don't know. It is maybe stretching it a little. Also,
oh, no. Current pregnancy does imply that there's more than one kid, actually. So I take that back. This does seem like it could be
that last one.
Yeah.
I think as an argument against it being Susan Ford.
Yeah.
It does say that he married the school's newest teacher. She was not a teacher when he graduated a few years earlier. And it would be pretty out there for a brand new teacher to secure funding for a wing of the school.
Yeah.
Like, it would make sense for like a senior teacher or someone who was already principal to do that. But I don't think it completely rules it out. Just it feels like a mark against them being the same person.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
So then Hughes is our latest, the last affair, and Ford is the one.
Yes, which is how
what we have
entered it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we look up the Hudson Wing in the BCT maybe?
That is what I just did, and we got the same thing.
That makes sense.
After scrolling through a few pages, you managed to find something incredibly useful in an article that isn't even focused on the school itself. Because the name changed in 1990, so this is stuff since then with the Grandorf School for the Deaf name. Article titled, Local Students Provide Key Evidence in Scientific Study. The article from March of this year, 1999, mentions that, the Ford sisters who attend public school in Butler County, are one of only a handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from two different genetic issues. One of them has asthma, and the other has a deadly allergy to peanuts. Their mother, a Ms. Susie Ford, who is principal at the nearby Grandorf School for the Deaf, was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. While she didn't have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughters, Melissa and Heather, could be useful, and it turns out they were. She says, "It couldn't be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's only by about 15 minutes, is shy but essentially hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert and is even performing in a local production of Is There Life After High School later this year."
Great.
The article includes a picture of the girls added to your evidence.
Okay, so twins.
Twins.
That fucks up our situation.
It does fuck up our situation. Ah, the asthmatic one. And the other one. Oh, that's an EpiPen because of the peanut allergy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's grab their photos while we're...
Yes. Photos. This is bad clothing.
Yeah, the
design,
line of the
rendering.
cardigan.
I mean, it's so it's like it looks to me like a dress with a contrast placket. The collar is also white. And that could be, a whole dress, a shirt dress.
Well, yeah, because look at her sister next to her. It's the same with the placket.
Yes,
yeah.
But there would not be a button directly at the seam, and likely that seam would be like a waistband and not just like a seam. I don't know. It does not make sense to construct it the way it's constructed.
Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. Especially that it's like the same cut as the other dress, but in a different fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Okay. So, we know from this that the younger one is the EpiPen soccer player.
Yeah, and the older is the
asthmatic extrovert. But it doesn't tell us which one is Melissa and which one is Heather. We could look up Is There Life After High School, though.
Yeah, well, before we do that, I want to look at the board because of the twins thing.
This person's last name would be Hughes anyway, because it would be her maiden name.
Right.
But, I mean, yeah. Unless it's back here and then there were 3 others in quick succession.
Yeah. Well, those twins are in high school. It's 1999 now. So that would have had to be like between you're in high school, like 14 to 18 ish.
Yes. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. It is. And the article is from March of 99.
Emily says, never underestimate Guy Hudson's power to have affairs.
Okay, let's. I wanna look this. Oops, this up. Heather Ford. So Heather is the older one.
Yeah.
Heather is asthmatic and older. Melissa is soccer player. And obviously, Heather's also an extroverted actor, and Melissa is also a allergic to peanuts person. But
so I think then they have to be this earlier one because of the twins and the school already being named the Hudson, like being the Hudson wing by the time this other affair with this teacher Hughes happens. I think they have to be the earlier set of two.
how would they still be in high school though?
Because it could be, there's a range within there that it could have happened.
Right, but like 82 is already pushing it.
That's true. But then how is it the Hudson wing? I mean, I guess maybe we're assuming, maybe our error is assuming that the Hudson wing is like caused by the relationship. Maybe him donating to the school is like what puts these two people into each other's orbit. And so it could be that the Hudson wing predates the affair.
That's possible, but also she became the interpreter for a year at Roottree.
70 something.
70, either 79 or 80. There it is. Okay. Real. Oops. No. Why? Oh, because I'm already on the last page somehow. Okay. Yes. So 79 is when she was hired under a special category. And then she became office staff instead in 80, was fired in 82. Well, we don't know if she was fired, but she was no longer employed as of 82. So I think that it is possible that they started having an affair, whether that was like coerced with promises of money or whether it, the money was hush money, but not necessarily because of a known pregnancy yet. She got the money. They constructed the wing quickly. That's the most implausible part. But they constructed the wing quickly. She, at the same time, is dating Thomas Hughes.
So you're back to Ford and Hughes are the same.
Potentially, yes. She's at the same time dating Thomas Hughes, and then late in her pregnancy, the wing is finished, and he's
Yeah.
putting the pieces together.
I think that's the only solution that works for it, because we know that the Hudson Wing is completed by the time of the Hughes affair. Yeah, no, it says it's outside of the newly completed.
Yes, before the. What do you mean by Hughes affair?
That the vandalism where Thomas Hughes is like, my wife's
Yes.
children are not mine.
Yes. Yes, that incident
Yeah.
was after the wing was completed.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that
The affair
that's
itself.
when she discovered she was pregnant and he discovered,
Yeah.
she was potentially already pregnant. He may have even known she was already pregnant, but thought they were his until he, some other information came to light.
Yeah. No, you're right about it, like, being...
I'm not convinced that that's the case. I'm just saying I don't think we can rule it out.
Yeah, well, because it's tricky, because last doesn't seem to make sense with Ford's twins being the last affair. Doesn't seem to make sense with the timeline of the Hughes thing, unless there's overlap there. Nor does it make sense for it to be the second, unless it's like later in the time period than you expect, and he has a bunch of affairs back to back, which could happen. Like, both of those
They're
could
also
happen.
not necessarily sequential. Like, he's not limited to having one affair at a time.
That's true. But the affairs as listed are sequential.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know if that is based on when they began or when they ended, or
Yeah.
I would assume it's based on when pregnancies happened, because that's the real key thing here.
It's the, like,
yeah, because it
yeah.
even said at the beginning of this game that affairs that didn't result in offspring are not
counted
relevant.
here. Right.
So who knows how many affairs he had that didn't result in.
Yeah, because it's like birth order is the primary disorder. Everyone says hello to Goose. Goose is uninterested in your hellos. Goose is interested in Emma having walked briefly by the food zone, the Goose food zone.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think that we should put the children in here, because I think in terms of their age and still being in high school, it does not make sense for them to be this set of twins. Whether Susan Ford was Mrs. Hughes briefly is up for debate.
Hold on. We know that they divorced.
Yeah.
This other set of twins, they're still married.
They're still married. Yes. Okay.
So confirmed. The later set has to be our twins.
Yes. Yes. We still don't know. That does not necessarily have to be the same as the Hughes.
No, but we know it's
could be.
Miss Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And And then her occupation is principal, not teacher.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave Thomas Hughes here for now.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
And we can put the kids in.
mhm.
Heather with the EpiPen, or Heather, yeah, with the, yeah. Oh, and then we should call that for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I wish we had.
Her picture.
Yeah, why didn't the staff bios
Come with a picture.
come with a picture? Hmm. We did. Oh, also. Yeah. Because it referred to her as a Ms. Susie Ford here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of complete our different iterations of.
Did you want to try the kids' names too? I feel like it would have led to it since they were like, here's this. But
Just that.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's good though. We did make some real progress. We got something.
We got something.
Is there anything that you want to note for us to start with next time? Yeah, if we had Susan's picture, we would be at 4 again.
Yes, and then we would know if all of that was correct.
Maybe we should look up Beth. No, we did spider search Beth Knox, right? And didn't get anything for it. But maybe we should try her on the BCT.
Yeah, I was gonna say we did not. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I think.
Gossip. So and so is asthmatic. Some juicy goss.
We should maybe look into this Elizabeth Cravensworth Antonelli's situation.
Oh yeah, we should look up Antonelli's in the Butler County Times because I'm sure there will be a advertisement.
Oh, I put that in the wrong place.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, well that's like a solid starting point for next time.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming with us this time through a change of scenery and of sound.
Mm-hmm. Are we on
Yeah,
for next week?
Mhm.
Great. Okay. My earbuds have low battery, so
Perfect timing.
it's time to end anyways. I hope you all have a wonderful start of your week or whatever point you're at with your respective schedules. And we will be back next week.
And a big thank you to, again, our sponsor of the stream, Xeno's Paradox. Remember, you're already halfway there.
Yeah, you're always halfway there.